1. Which of the following best describes the purpose of a CPU? A. Store data permanently. B. Execute instructions and process data. C. Display graphical content. D. Manage network traffic. Two. Which type of software is responsible for managing hardware and software resources? A. Firmware. B. Application software. C. Operating system. D. Database management system. Three. What is the primary function of an API? A. To provide a graphical interface for users. B. To facilitate communication between different software applications. C. To enhance security protocols. D. To store data persistently. Four. Which of the following is an example of volatile memory? A. SSD. B. HDD. C. RAM. D. ROM. Five. Which numbering system is used by computers to process data? A. Decimal. B. Hexadecimal. C. Octal. D. Binary. Six. What is the function of an IP address? A. It uniquely identifies a device on a network. B. It encrypts network traffic. C. It stores files securely. D. It manages system updates. Seven. Which of the following network devices is responsible for directing data between different networks? A. Switch. B. Router. C. Hub. D. Access point. Eight. What is the primary purpose of a firewall? A. To detect and remove malware. B. To block unauthorized access to a network. C. To optimize network performance. D. To provide wireless connectivity. 9. Which of the following is an example of cloud computing? A. Running a virtual machine on a local computer. B. Storing files on a remote server accessed via the Internet. C. Using an external hard drive for data backups. D. Connecting multiple devices through a switch. (10) Which protocol is commonly used to transfer files between computers over a network? A. FTP. B. SMTP. C. HTTP. D. POP3. 11. Which type of software allows users to perform specific tasks such as word processing? A. System software. B. Application software. C. Firmware. D. Kernel. 12. Which file extension is commonly associated with spreadsheet applications? A. .docs. B. .xlsx. C. .pptx. D. .exe. 13. What is the purpose of a database management system or DBMS? A. To design user interfaces. B. To store, retrieve, and manage structured data. C. To manage network security. D. To provide real-time video streaming. 14. Which of the following describes open-source software? A. It is always free and cannot be modified. B. It allows users to modify and distribute the source code. C. It is available only for a limited time. D. It is owned by a single company and requires a paid license. (15) Which of the following is an example of a productivity application? A. Antivirus software. B. Spreadsheet software. C. Firewall application. D. Operating system. 16. What is a strong password characteristic? A. Using only lowercase letters. B. Using personal information. C. A combination of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. D. A single common word. 17. Which attack involves tricking users into revealing confidential information? A. Phishing. B. DDoS attack. C. Ransomware. D. Trojan horse. 18. What is the purpose of multi-factor authentication or MFA? A. To encrypt network traffic. B. To require multiple verification steps for authentication. C. To prevent hardware failures. D. To improve software performance. 19. Which of the following is an example of biometric authentication? A. Entering a username and password. B. Scanning a fingerprint. C. Using an IP address for login. D. Verifying an email address. Which security practice protects against malware infections? A. Avoiding the use of passwords. B. Downloading attachments from unknown sources. C. Regularly updating antivirus software. D. Disabling firewalls. Which of the following is a high-level programming language? A. Assembly. B. Python. C. Machine language. D. Binary code. What does HTML stand for? A. Hypertext Markup Language. B. Hyperlink Management Language. C. High-tech Machine Learning. D. Hypertransfer Main Language. CompTIA ITF Plus. The CompTIA IT Fundamentals Plus or ITF Plus certification is an entry-level credential designed for individuals who are new to information technology and want to build foundational knowledge in the field. It covers essential IT concepts, including hardware, software, networks, cybersecurity, databases, and basic programming principles. ITF Plus is ideal for students, career changers, or professionals in non-technical roles who need a broad understanding of IT. The certification helps learners determine if a career in IT is right for them and serves as a stepping stone to more advanced certifications such as CompTIA Plus. With a focus on practical knowledge and real-world IT applications, ITF Plus provides a strong starting point for anyone looking to develop technical skills and gain confidence in using and understanding technology. Here are 5 top beneficial uses of CompTIA ITF Plus. 1. Exploring a career in IT. ITF Plus helps individuals determine whether a career in information technology is the right fit by providing a broad understanding of IT concepts, including software, hardware, security, and networking. 2. Building a strong IT foundation. It serves as a stepping stone for beginners, offering essential knowledge needed to pursue advanced IT certifications like CompTIA Plus, Network Plus, and Security Plus. 3. Enhancing tech skills for non-IT roles. Professionals in non-technical positions such as sales, marketing, or administration can use ITF Plus to develop a basic understanding of IT, improving communication with technical teams and increasing workplace efficiency. 4. Supporting small business and home users. ITF Plus equips individuals with the skills to troubleshoot basic IT issues, set up networks, and ensure cybersecurity, making it useful for entrepreneurs, freelancers, and home users managing their own technology. 5. Providing a competitive edge in job markets. Earning ITF Plus certification demonstrates fundamental IT proficiency, making job seekers more attractive to employers in various industries, especially those looking for candidates with foundational tech knowledge.